presents the Endurance Countdown.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transmission.
Today we're talking about Brad Jones Racing and its two entries, the number 8 Team BAC car and the number 14 Yana Living Racing Commodore. Now the big unknown factor for this squad is the cancer-stricken star Jason Richards. Now he's at the moment scheduled to drive with Jason Bright in the Team BAC car. However, they do have a backup plan of Shane Price. It's a difficult situation, Chris, for the team, but it would be great to see Jason come back and drive in these races.
Yeah, it certainly would, and I still keep seeing those images of Jason Bright and Jason Richards on the podium at Winton, despite the fact they didn't drive together in that race. But that would be the fairy tale of fairy tales, wouldn't it? In what has been a fairy tale season for a number of people, with new winners this year for Shane Van Gisbergen. So, yeah, I hope it happens. I'd love to see it happen, but really it's out of our direct control. And from a car performance point of view, Brad Jones Racing always inherently strong in the long distance races. And the last podium for Jason Richards was in fact at the LNH 500 last year at Phillip Island, and Jason Bright finished 4th at Bathurst as well. So yeah, I think they'll have the speed there. Whether or not that combination bears fruit, we'll just have to wait and see, but it would be a great thing if it did happen. If
Jason Richards can't compete in these two endurance races, Andrew Jones, former Fujitsu Series champion, will step up. Now Jack, you were competing against Andrew at Queensland Raceway. He won the reverse grid race. He's certainly one of the most experienced co-drivers in the field.
Yeah, Andrew's pretty solid this time of year. A podium last year with Jason at Phillip Island. Obviously, I'd like to see Bridie and JR in the same car. That'd be a pretty good combination. But if Andy Jones had to step up there, it wouldn't be a bad combination either.
Chris, the results for these two cars have been up and down this year, but given the team's history at Bathurst, you'd expect them to be right on the pace.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I mean, you've got to remember, you've got Jason Bright and Jason Bargwana, former Bathurst winners. They know the place very well. They've been there for a number of years now, and the co-driving combinations have got enough skill there to support what they're trying to achieve. My biggest concern for Brad Jones Racing at the moment is they appear to be the most unreliable team in pit lane. For whatever reason, things keep popping up that's stopping that car getting to the finish line, and not including some of the mistakes drivers can make there. Reliability is going to be fundamental to finishing either of these races.
Now the backup plan for the team, their 5th driver who would slot in alongside Jason Bargwana if JR isn't well enough to compete, is Shane Price. Now Jack, you raced karts against him, you raced Formula Ford against him, you drove with him on a couple of occasions. How do you think he'll go?
Yeah, I mean, what would be a bad situation for the team is a good situation for Shane Price, obviously, to get a chance to race again at Bathurst with Bargwana. It's a competitive team. The Enduros have always been their strong point, and Shane has proven, many years he can do the job, and I'm sure him and Bargwana would be a good combination.
Speed Cafe spoke to Brad Jones at the last round at Queensland Raceway to talk about their endurance preparations. Endurance races, can you guys crack it for that elusive victory?
Well, I'd like to think we can. I mean, we've been close the last 3 or 4 years at Bathurst, and we always seem to have good pace up there. So hopefully, we can go a little bit better this year and get the result. I mean, it's such a tough race to win, so you can't, be very bold to stand here and say, yeah, we're going to win it. But I think we'll be very competitive up there.
That was Brad Jones, team owner of Brad Jones Racing. You're on the IRWIN Tools Endurance Countdown. More tomorrow.
When you've got a job to do and not much time to do it, you can't beat IRWIN Groove Lock pliers. With an innovative press and slide button, they adjust twice as fast as a regular pair of multi-grips. IRWIN Tools.